Mr. Pinnock, I think that you've, talked about some of these programs that you're coming
No, but
a lot of people will say that, the ability, if you're going to make a success of your tenure at the NFF, is going to lie mostly with the ability to manage the politics within. You did say that you spoke with Keshi yesterday. He brought up none of the issues we're seeing on the back page here. We don't know who he's spoken with or whether this is just speculation as to what he feels should be happening within the team. And we also know how heavily Nigeria depends on, how we love our football and how we don't joke with it. And even the political class do see some political mileage sometimes from how, our football house is run, as it were. Do you think that successfully you will be able to manage the different, let's say, leanings within the football house, or is it all gone with this intervention of the president?
Yeah, kind of, but you see, nothing good comes easy, I can tell you. That's why I can see something very good coming out of all this, Beautiful roses always grow on thorny plants, remember? But I can also assure you that what we are doing, there's an appreciable level of independence. We've just gotten 3 multinationals to save the Football Federation in terms of streamlining some of our programs. Getting it right is always very difficult at the beginning. So these are the teething problems. But I can assure you, now we've got a company like Bain & Co. Bain & Co. helped in restructuring the Bundesliga, the German League, the South African League, and whatever they do, you see it. They even helped the Ministry of Agriculture, that is so celebrated today in Nigeria. They've got so many other ministries. There is a first-class management consultant with an image that is not tainted. We are bringing financial derivatives as our financial consultant. Then we are doing private house as our auditors. So these are very new.
Very new, but I still need to come in here, Mr. Pinnock. The thing is, Nigerians haven't actually gotten answers from you, regarding the outcome of that ouster of this particular Nations Cup, in the Nations Cup. For Keshi, we still have not heard any word from a coach. He still has not spoken to the press concerning that ouster. Are we in a dilemma here to the extent that still people don't want to tell us truly who recalled Keshi, and why would the nation be in a limbo?
Why are we being emphatic about it? I'm telling you that
because
as the head of the football family,
because they pay the money. I think the taxpayers need to know why someone who was sacked and recalled, and still we don't understand the circumstances surrounding that particular sack and recallment, if there's any word, as that, and now he just couldn't give us result.
Let me tell you, Keshi let me tell you something. Keshi wasn't sacked. Keshi had a contract that was still pending, what ought to be. At that point, the board came together. If you read it clearly, the communique we had in Abuja was that we were to send him on a 1-year internship training, and that was it.
And he still hasn't taken that.
No, that was what we agreed. Not to say summarily dismissing him, I mean, you don't talk about Keshi and say you want to start. This is somebody that won a Nations Cup. He's a hero, so you must give him that respect.
But we have a history of not retaining our coaches, especially when it causes this kind of pain. And this is a big pain for Nigerians, and they're wondering why is it that he's still.
It's not all Nigerians that are wondering. I can assure you, it's not all Nigerians that are wondering. But
I'm not defending him. But as
the head of the football family, I can tell you that. Why do you attack me and let me take responsibility? That is what I'm saying.
So should we
let me take responsibility. Do you know if I told Keshi not to speak to the media?
Okay, should we now ask you the question? The question should now be, you caused us this loss.
Yes, I take responsibility, yeah.
You've made him a confused man by sacking him, recalling him, having the meeting with the president, and now he's back. He lost concentration.
That wasn't what happened, I can assure you. You see, Nigerians just make, like I just mentioned, that we just trivialize, politicize, or radicalize every issue. But I can tell you, I'm an insider, that wasn't what happened.
Take us inside then.
That's what I told you. In our meeting we had in Abuja, we agreed that this was what we're going to do. Let him go off. Let him go closer to his God, and, because and when Amodu came up with the idea that there was no way he could, that he would talk and work with Keshi, and we said, okay, why not, as a technical director, because before I came in, he was made a technical director, and that's exactly what happened. So I don't want us to be going back and forth on Keshi. Let's look forward and know exactly what we're doing in this country.
Going forward.
But I can assure you.
Tell us about this headline. Keshi attacks NFF over foreign coach. Going forward, are we thinking of getting someone to come over as a big boss man in the
If Keshi confirms that, then it's unfortunate, but I don't think he did that. I told you I had one
hour conversation with him. Did he say anything about staying, or is he going?
No, well, of course. Why should he go? I mean, we were talking about the future, and I just made myself some things abundantly clear to him. The direction that we are going, the direction of the board, our vision, how he can key into our vision, you know, and all those are things that we are doing. That we're taking this very, very seriously. For the first time, we want to get it right. You remember the last time I came here, I told you it's not about, I mean, Nigeria is not like to hear it, but it's not about winning laurels. It's not about building a sustainable football culture. England today is not the best of teams. They always end up in the quarterfinals, but they have the richest football culture. And that's the vision. And that we're able to bring in all these companies to say, okay, how can you help us amplify, synchronize, and harmonize our vision? And we are very clear on it. One of our midterm vision is to bring back the academicals. We are doing that already. We are talking to a multinational company that is ready to key into the academicals. We are doing that. All the teams in our league are going to have juniors. It's not going to possibly, within the next 4 years, I'm not going to guarantee 100% that we'll get there, but at that point, you will see a semblance of professionalism in running of football. You see a semblance of patriotism on the part of the players.
That's exactly what Nigerians want to see.
That is exactly. So my coming here today is just to reassure Nigerians that we are coming out very, very solidly. It's based on that we are not taking, on Saturday, 13 referees, the best referees in Nigeria are going to England this Saturday on an internship training. We are partnering with the English SA, and it's 100% private sector driven. This one is not government, this one is not anybody. On Saturday, they are leaving on Saturday, they'll be away for about 2.5 weeks. Referees, the best referees, because people do not even bother themselves about what happens off the field that impacts on the field. Referees, coaching, all of that things, because football has gone very, very scientific. I must key into that endowment.
In closing, in just a few seconds, Keshi's recall, did it cost us the Nations Cup?
I don't think so. You see, anything that wants to happen, happens, you know. So people should not start attributing it. He's a human being. He's a human being. He might have his own inadequacy, like every one of us. But personally, I do not think so. I do not think so. Look at the attitude of the players. A coach can tell the players, they look at the tactics, and they'll go down and do their thing. When we were in Congo, I called one of the players and I sat him down. You were raging at the referee. You were talking to the referee. What if I have given you a red card? We would have been depleted by one. Do you know what would have happened to us? So the attitude of the players are the things that we must emphasize on. Attitude of players, selection of players, and all of that things. And all of that is some of the things I discussed with him yesterday. And he completely agreed with me, you know.
Well, Amaju Pinnick, we'd like to thank you so much, and I'm sure Nigerians would have been comfortable with some of your comments today. You say you want to tell them the way forward, and now we are going back in and see what we can do with that particular loss. Amaju Pinnick, President, NFF, talking about the way forward for Nigeria football. Well, so long, and we must say thank you so much for being such a nice company on the program today. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Well, thank you for watching. I'm Ogun.
And I'm Noah Talk. Have a good day.